Flame. Welcome to another segment, Conversations at the Park, Fitness Conversations at the Park. Follow me at Girls Lift Bro, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all those good things. Very basic topic again today, Deadstop versus touch and go deadlifts. Right off the bat, there's benefits of both. One way is not better than the other necessarily, depending on what your goals are or what you need to work on. Real quick, if you do not know the difference, this is a Deadstop deadlift. This is a touch and go deadlift. My CrossFitters, I'm talking to you. Why do the one over the other? Let's talk about it. When you perform a 1 rep max deadlift, what do you have to do? You're doing a Deadstop deadlift. If you are weak on that first initial pull or your setup, you need to do Deadstop deadlifts. And for most CrossFitters, that is what they're weak on. You can't rely on the bounce from the bottom when you do a 1 rep max deadlift. When you do a Deadstop deadlift, it requires a lot of demand or more of a demand on your quads and then your low to mid back. You have to get the slack out of the bar, pull from that position. The moral of the story is for Deadstop deadlifts, you are training for your game. And the game is usually your 1 rep max deadlift. As far as training for specificity, Deadstop deadlifts is the way to go. When you're doing a deadlift in a meet, that is the form that you have to perform. That rhymes. As far as mainly a CrossFit coach, I definitely preach, hey, Deadstop deadlift, because I am preaching to a choir of athletes that typically always do touch and go. And that usually means that their setup position and that first pull from the floor is their weakest. Reasons why it's okay to do touch and go deadlifts. There's a few reasons. Your setup is strong and good. Your first pull is not your weakness. Touch and go deadlifts kind of get you past that point. Still not using a bounce, but it helps you not have to worry too much about that position and then worry more about the position that you need to strengthen. Another thing about touch and go deadlifts, you do have a little bit more time under tension if you're staying tight. I'm talking about strength. I'm not talking about CrossFit cycling where you're basically bouncing the bar off the floor. So you're controlling the descent, just doing a light tap and coming back up. That is a proper touch and go deadlift when it comes to strength work. Even though I'm saying you have some more time under tension with touch and go deadlifts, I could debate with that. Do your reset deadlifts, but just take your time on the way down. Do more of an eccentric. Now you're getting your time under tension. If you ask my opinion, you should really only be doing touch and go deadlifts in your strength work if the bottom position of the deadlift, if that first pull is your strength. There is, yes, benefits to both depending on where your weakness and strengths are. For most CrossFitters out there, you need to start training Deadstop deadlifts. We don't do enough of it, and that is how you're ultimately going to get better at pulling from the floor. You can't touch and go your 1 rep max. What you doing, butt? Thanks for joining me for another conversation at the park. I'm out.